Next thing you know, I got a $1,200 check. And what did I do? It's all about money, right? It's all about money. Do you know what I did? I sent them their fucking $1,200 check back. And you know what they did? They sent me a $1,500 check back. And I said, you know what? There's a reason why that happened. So I took the money and I bought a computer that I used specifically for burning DVDs so that I could get the word out for people. So that's what I did with the money. I didn't fucking take a trip to fucking Costa Rica or some other place and bragging all about flying all around and going to Canada and fucking Europe and no, I'm not Alex Jones. But guess what? Because I'm not running around with a fucking fake image, just blowing fucking smoke up your ass, acting like like you're getting some shit done, I'm not worth supporting, and neither is Dev must be. I don't know how much support you've been getting. I just told you how much support I've got.
Well, ever since they got rid of my PayPal account, I haven't really received that much in the way of donations. I've tried to get people to send donations through Western Union or other methods that they can't prevent me from receiving money through, and people simply don't do it because that actually requires them getting up off of their ass and, going to a Western Union or I was using the green dot cards, saying, you can go to a Rite Aid or a Walmart or whatever the case is, and even a Radio Shack and get what's called a green dot reload card or a green dot money pack card. You go to the counter and you say to the person, I want to put $20 or whatever on this money pack card. The money pack card costs you a couple bucks, so it costs you $20-something, and then all you do is just email me the number of the money pack card, and then I can apply that to whatever card, my own card, whatever. But that only happened a few times. Initially, it looked like I could have been, if I still had my PayPal, I could have gotten the momentum of being able to make between $1,500 and $2,000 a month in donations, which for someone, that isn't a lot of money, folks, duh. But for someone that lives well below his means and is used to living that way ever since I started taking on the Jews, I mean, that would be excellent, and that's enough for me to continue doing my work. But since then, the largest donation that I received was somebody letting me stay at one of their properties, and without having to pay rent, and that was it. My food was purchased by another individual, and my bills, as far as my electric bill and stuff, was purchased by yet another individual. So between a total of 3 individuals supporting me living in a very, very meager fashion, that was really about it. So yeah, there are some people, but they are very, very few that will actually donate in a way that actually takes them getting up off of their ass. Most people want to have a very easy, quick means to do it, and of course, when if you are out there like me, where I have given all the information about who I am, and even before I gave all that information, when nobody knew who I was whatsoever in terms of me being associated with the type of content that I'm currently associated with, which is quote anti-Semitic content, the Jews were harassing me. Now imagine trying to have a job or a business in which all they have to do, somebody said, well, hey, you could always work under the table as a bartender. Well, that's good and all, but, if I go to a bar, I typically don't go out anymore to coffee shop, bar, walk around, whatever the case is, because I typically get approached by Jews who will say things to me to let them know that they are watching me, and they'll say things that are like, for instance, I went out to a place and I said, well, I'm going to wear a scarf. I haven't worn a scarf in a while, so I said that out loud. And then I went out to a place, and a Jew comes up to me, and he repeated verbatim exactly what I had said privately in my own home. Okay? That's the type of thing that they will do, and that's called gaslighting harassment. Look it up. So to try to have a job, there's a supporter of mine who runs a business, and they have tried to sue him. They've had a guy come into his business and you pretend like he slipped and fell, and he started to, take some legal action against him, and then the Jew found out that he didn't actually own the property, he was just leasing it, so then he pulled back. Then they've tried to hack into his computer. They've done all kinds of stuff. They used to take his American flag and knot it all up, wrap it all up, and knot it all up in some kind of crazy fashion in front of his house so he'd get home off of work. Then they clipped the wings off of the eagle on his flag. One time they set a donut with one bite taken out of it right squarely in front of the door to his office. They would have this one big ugly gorilla Jew standing outside of his office and just like staring at him, just like some fucking zombie. And this is the type of thing that they will do. And when you tell people like the donut thing and the clipping the wings off the eagle and all these different things, it's like, man, are you just paranoid? No, that he's experiencing gaslighting harassment. This is what they do. Okay, this is how they do it, and they don't get caught. So, the people have said that, like the Jew who runs around with Michael Delaney, Everin Hun Welshins, whose family name is Kaplan, which is a Jewish name. He is a Jew. He had said, get a job. Well, it may be easy for a Jew to get a job because it doesn't matter what they do. They can go and, molest children and whatever the case is and still get a job anywhere. But for someone like myself who is speaking out against the Jews, no. You're not good at, when your full name is out there and they know who you are and blah, 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 it's not going to happen. So absolutely donations are needed to continue the fight,
But they don't.
And people will say, just real quick here, I wanted to also say is that people will get upset at the way that I present myself. And I'll present myself according to my mood. If I'm pissed off, then I'm going to have a whole lot of cuss words, whatever the case is. That's that sort of thing. If I was receiving donations from my supporters, then I would be more apt to truly be the voice specific to them. So for instance, if I'm receiving support from, middle class, Christian folks, and they needed me to speak to their audience, then hey, I'm more than prepared to speak to their audience. That's not saying they own me or they have purchased me and then I'm going to, quote, sell out. But, a speaker must know who his audience is. But see, I don't have that many